welcome back to the Wrestling Guild. My name is Chris Mary Holtman, and with me I have Nick E. Anderson. Hello, Nick.
Hello.
Hello. It feels like it was just moments ago we talked to each other.
Yeah, it really feels like that.
Well, the Wrestling Guild is presented by sltdwrestling.com. Go in on sltdwrestling.com to find everything you want to know about wrestling, and definitely listen to all the other podcasts on the Single Leg Takedown Wrestling Podcast Network. There's so much to listen to. Today, though, here at the Wrestling Guild, we're going to talk about the Twitch special Confrontation, which was basically, it seems like to me, and they were talking, Sanjay and Josh were talking about it a little bit, that it seems like they're putting out like a Twitch special a month and a one night only a month, basically. Yeah, because they were talking about two of them coming up.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be interesting to see what happens with that.
Cool.
Yeah. So, Confrontation, which was in North Carolina, Greensboro, I think, North Carolina, they said. It was a joint effort between Impact and AML. I've got to say that most of the wrestlers that came from AML, I had never seen.
Yeah, if you haven't seen him, I haven't seen him either. So yeah.
No,
so yeah, me either. But some of them are really cool. Some of them have some different personalities we haven't really seen before. So it's quite interesting.
So what basically what we're going to do is what we always do, which is that we give each match a star rating, give the show a grade, and also talk about which wrestler that is not signed to Impact that we would like to see in Impact.
There you have it.
There you have it. So we'll start. It started with Tessa Blanchard versus Ali versus Kristen Statlander. A three-way match. How did you like this match?
I mean, yeah, it was a cool match. I mean, this Statlander performed kind of well and showed what she goes for. You know, it wasn't too bad. I'm not gonna roast her or anything. But and Ali was performing. You know, she was performing quite well as well. She showed us a lot of cool moves, and I think she did a lot in this match compared to Tessa and Statlander. So I think Ali really has been improving here, and she really showed what she goes for. And then Tessa was like the most hard-hitting one. She was what it was. But then as the first match of Confrontation, you want like a really good match. You want people to keep watching. So this match wasn't really the one.
No, I think one of the reasons was I didn't think that this Chris Statlander could really hang with Tessa or Ali, and most of the time it seemed like she was kind of out of the match. If you know what I mean. She didn't seem to be part of it. So, Tessa wins with a hammerlock DDT here in a match that I felt was kind of like, blah. They did well. There was like really no big mistakes or anything like that. But I've got to say that I felt that it wasn't that interesting. I gave it 3.5 stars, just because they did well, and obviously they kind of performed beyond expectations, but still.
I would say like 3 out of 5. It was okay. It was okay.
So Moose came to the ring to cut a promo. He unfortunately, just like Rich Swann, suffered a concussion and was not medically cleared to wrestle. Which is disappointing, but it's also good because, you don't want the wrestlers to wrestle with concussions because they go crazy and kill their entire families. Or at least in one instance that happened. But we don't have to, it was a tragedy. We don't have to talk about that. But, so that was kind of kind of sucked, which meant that Suicide had to step in for Moose and face Jackson Stone. But yeah, Moose said basically he's going to come back to Greensboro and he's going to fight. I don't know how they do this, if like Moose was advertised for a match and people go there because they want to see Moose, and obviously they got to see him, but they didn't get to see him wrestle. I mean, does he come back later and I don't know, give them wrestles for free then?
I was about to say, yeah, maybe, because, I mean, you pay to see him and then you see someone else, so maybe. Good question. That is a good question.
Anyway, so that was basically it. And then we go into the next match, which was Jackson Stone versus Suicide. How did you like this match?
I mean, this Jackson Stone, this guy, I mean, I like his personality. I like his character. It was really cool. Like, he's like, he looks like, he has like Eli, like he's going to wreck everyone and like no one can beat him. But then when the match actually started, I mean, Suicide kind of dominated him. Where was like his hard-hitting moves and everything he looked like? I mean, he didn't do anything really. I mean, he just got fudged. I mean,
yeah, I agree. To me, this was really like maybe because it was kind of like last minute or something, or I don't know. It just didn't feel like, I did not get into this match. I thought that there was something up with Suicide as well. I thought that his mask wasn't sitting right on his face. It was kind of like when Austin Aries dressed up as Suicide once. It just didn't seem like it's set right. So I don't know if this was actually, because Caleb Conley has been dressing up as Suicide. You know, he's been Suicide, but I'm wondering if it wasn't somebody else that was in that Suicide costume this time around, because it didn't seem like it sat right. And then the move, I mean, yes, Suicide dominated, but the moves weren't that crisp, and everything that he usually does didn't really, I don't know. I didn't like this match. I thought it was dull. I gave it 2 stars. Suicide wins with a roll-up. I don't know what you say.
No, I would say the same. 2, 1.5. It was nothing I would want to see again.
No. Yeah. And also whether Jackson Stone is good or not, that's kind of like a moot point, because I just don't think that he got to show off what he could do on this show.
I mean, you have to, like we always do, we have to give people a chance. But just from seeing this match, I'm not really too interested in him. It's nothing I want to see again, but at the same time, we have to give him a chance.
Yeah. Then we had Zane Dawson versus Fallah Bahh. Zane Dawson came out with George South, who is a Carolina legend when it comes to wrestling and wrestling promotions. A lot of wrestlers have been trained by him. So this one also was kind of, it wasn't like a mismatch, but it was kind of an interesting, different styles, definitely. What did you think?
It was an okay match. I mean, I think Fallah, he performed well. He got some nice moves on Zane, while Zane wasn't really on his top game either. I mean, he wasn't really getting Fallah that much. He was not really doing anything. I mean, it's kind of the same as the other guy, really.
The Jackson Stone?
Yeah. What do you think?
No, I mean, I definitely agree with you, because this definitely shows how much seasoning and like being used to being in front of a crowd or being in front of TV, how much that actually matters. Because it was obvious here that Jackson Stone and Zane Dawson definitely they don't have it yet.
Yeah.
And it makes a strong case for honing your skills, getting out there, and just getting used to performing in front of crowds and stuff like that. So
true that, absolutely.
So I gave this. Say Dawson gets help from George South in distracting the ref, and then he kicks Falaba in the nuts, and he wins.
Yeah, some BS that is, but yeah. Yeah, he wins by cheating, as always, because if you can't wrestle, you just cheat. That's how it works. Yeah.
Yep. That's how it is. Yeah, no, 2.5 stars.
Yeah, 2. No, 2.5 for Follow.
Yeah, for Follow's sake. Then we had Eli Drake coming out. He cuts a promo about Greensboro, saying that there will be no woos, which is because Ric Flair, one of the greatest wrestlers ever, he comes from North Carolina, so when that's why I don't know if you've ever paid attention, but when they give people like a knife edge chop, a chop to the chest like that, the audience usually screams "woo."
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's because of Ric Flair. That's why everybody, and they do that all over the world. It doesn't matter where you are, if you're in Japan or if you're in Germany or wherever you are. They do that.
Yeah. I thought they were more like, oh, that must have hurt. But okay.
No, they do it because of Ric Flair, because Ric Flair would always scream, "Woo!"
Cool. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, he said that there wasn't going to be any woos and there was only going to be dummies, and stuff like that. Anyway, good promo, shorter than normal. And then Eli Drake's opponent came out, Axton Ray. And Axton Ray, I would say that he looked the part. I mean, he looked like, if you think about the people that came up before, like Zane Dawson and Jason Stone, they didn't see. I mean, they look better than probably you or I do, like physically. But I must say that Axton Ray, he looked the part.
No, true that. But at the same time, it was funny because I thought here, same thing again, obvious match. Eli is gonna get him, and he's gonna get punched. But wow, this guy dominated Eli for quite some time. And even though Eli tried to step it up, he tried to go put the highest gear up, firing in all cylinders, he couldn't take the win.
No, I was so surprised. I was so surprised.
So impressive, but also surprising. Yeah.
No, I didn't think that they were going to, and now that Eli Drake has signed a long-term contract with Impact, you would have thought that he would have come out with a win here.
Absolutely, and you can really see how pissed he is there in the end as well. When he takes the mic and says I don't know what he says, but he was really pissed and just throws the mic away and fuck everyone. Oh jeez. Oh, it was good times.
Yes, good times. Then we had Eddie Edwards versus Axton Ray wins with a roll up instead of hitting. I would have liked to see him hit his finishing move, but anyway. Whatever that it might be. But I gave this 3.75 stars just to be one of those guys.
Those guys. Yeah, I'll give it 3.5. It was good. I liked it. It was good.
And then we had Eddie Edwards versus Chris Payne. Now, when we're talking about knife edge chops, Eddie Edwards could chop the shit out of somebody. Did you see Chris Payne, his chest? He was bleeding from those chops.
Oh, yeah. I remember like when they like I thought they were zooming in the end when like in the end of the match.
Mm-hmm.
I thought like this guy had been stabbed or something, but at the same time there was no knife. So I was like, damn, that guy has been beaten. Wow.
I know. So that was something. And I thought that this was a good match. I thought Eddie Edwards did very well here. I think that Chris Payne, he did okay, but I think mostly he was there to just take a beating from Eddie Edwards.
Pretty much. No, I totally agree with you. Wow. Eddie just showed what kind of power he has, what kind of energy he has to perform with. Wow.
Yeah. It's not. I don't think that there was much that Chris Payne could have done to take this match. I mean, he was impressive at taking as much as he did. But anyway, Eddie Edwards distracts the ref, kicks Payne in the balls, and hits him with the DDT. Eddie Edwards wins. I gave this 3.9 stars just because I thought it was a little bit one-sided.
3.9 stars. I mean, that is true. I mean, Eddie had the upper hand a lot, but I'll give it 4 stars. I liked it. I liked Chris Payne. It was a good match. It's okay for me.
Mm-hmm. Then we had this prestige title match. It was a ladder match. Before the show, people could vote. It was ladder match. It was Battle Royale, I think. And then I think I can't remember what the last one was. There was 3 different you could choose from. But it ended up being a ladder match. And we had Brandon Scott, Devin Driscoll, Billy Brash, Sean Denny, Yaya, Sanjay Dutt loved Yaya, and Cam Carter. And Cam Carter was the one who replaced Suicide. Billy Brash, the title holder of the Prestige title. How did you like this match?
There was action nonstop. Like when you get a lot of people in the ring, it's always going to be wild and crazy. And I mean, but at least there was some content, and at the same time, though, it makes it quite hard to see what's going on. But yeah, the match was cool. I think it was hard hitting to some extent. It was cool and fast paced. We already know, but some of the wrestlers were not really doing that much. Some were really passive. So okay.
I don't know. I thought that. I mean, I did think. I liked this match. The one thing that I didn't like, obviously, was that you kind of missed. The cameraman kind of missed filming certain people.
That's his job, and he failed at
Well, I mean, obviously there were several cameramen, but it just felt like Josh Matthews and Sanjay Dutt reacted to things that we never got to see because the camera wasn't showing it. And that was kind of like, that kind of got to me. I was just like, oh, well, I would like to see that. And they had like one replay in one match for some odd reason that didn't really understand why. But anyway, so that was it. But I thought that this did well. I thought that Cam Carter, the Skywalker as they called him, who was the new addition, he did really well. I liked Yaya. I liked most people here. The only one that I didn't find so convincing was actually the champion, Billy Brash, the guy who looked like he was Trevor Lee.
Trevor Lee's cousin?
Yeah, something. I just didn't think that he was that. Of all of the characters, I was just like, no, I don't believe that this guy is the champion. So
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I totally understand you. He was okay, but nothing special, and he was kind of passive. So yeah.
Yeah. But Billy Brush does win. He climbs the ladder and gets the ladder. He gets the title down. I gave this 4.25 stars because I did enjoy it. I think it was a 4-star match, definitely, and I thought that it deserved a little bit more than just 4 stars.
Okay, 4.2553 stars. I think it was good, but like you say, I mean, it wasn't perfect because of Billy and the champion and whatnot, but it was really good. Yeah.
And then we had the tag team championship, the Extreme Horsemen versus the Heavenly Bodies. As Josh pointed out, the Heavenly Bodies didn't have much for Heavenly Bodies.
That is quite true, though.
I don't know. But I must say that I think that the commentary here, Sanjay and Josh, really work well together. And especially at these kind of events, because it's not so prestigious. I mean, they're not on TV. They don't have to, act a certain way or do a certain... It's just like they kind of do things like off the top of their head, and I think that that's kind of fun.
Yeah. No, absolutely true that. I mean, they were what they were, but I personally like the Horsemen guys. That tag
yes,
is good.
Yes,
like, straight.
Yes, and C.W. Anderson is old. He's been around in the game for quite some time. He's been wrestling in Japan for many years, and he's wrestled all over the world, and he's been in ECW and the WWE and stuff like that. So yes, and I did feel that it was kind of that they didn't win. The Extreme Horsemen's, there was an interference. Dave Dawson, the brother of Zane Dawson, showed up and distracted the ref. And one of the Heavenly Bodies clocked C.W. Anderson over the head with the title belt, and that was it.
That pissed me off, though. But yeah, I mean, still though, that Horseman tag team is those guys have potential. I straight up think that.
I don't think you have to say that they have potential. I think they're already like a thing. They've been around for some time, so.
No, okay. I wasn't good. At least I like them. I'm satisfied, and they surprised me. I thought these guys were a couple of like Gandalf old people trying to impress people with their little old moves from the 60s.
Anyway, that was that. I gave it 3.5 stars. Did I say that? I don't know if I said that or not.
No, but yeah, I'll give 3.5. I quite liked it. I was satisfied.
Good. And then we had the main event, which was Matt Sydal versus Caleb Conley. Caleb Conley, who happened to be the champion. Matt Sydal trying to win that championship back. Caleb Conley, really, people love Caleb Conley in North Carolina. Because that's where he's from. How did you like this main event?
I mean, I'm just surprised. Cable Conley, I mean, he's not even that good. I mean, how is he so good here? I mean, what a match.
I don't know. I don't think you can say that he's not that good. I think it's more about that he doesn't get to show that that side of himself.
Because here he really showed what he goes for. I mean, you had long, hard-hitting, fast-paced match where both wrestlers gave 100%, and especially Cable Conley. I mean, wow. I mean, he has never been fighting this well as they've been doing here.
No, not that they've shown, not on Impact. And I've seen him wrestle in like Evolve and stuff like this.
Oh, okay.
And there he's always been really good.
But if you compare it to Impact, like normal Impact.
And that's what they were saying. The commentators were saying that too, or at least Josh Matthews was like, man, he really needs to show this side in Impact as well, that he could be champion there too.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Because I mean, at the same time, if he would be in like if his opponent would be like, for example, Trevor or whatnot, I would be fine. I would be cool. I wouldn't be as surprised. But here you have Matt Sydal, which is a really good wrestler, and if he is on the same level as Cage, you gotta understand when Cable Conley is meeting Sydal and he is like really showing and dominating Matt Sydal, that's a really, really cool. I mean, a step forward.
Absolutely. I agree. This match was a good back and forth. Sydal tries to, the ref is taken out after a big move. There was a lot of like those kind of like wonky endings in this show. I don't know who was booking it or whatnot, but the ref is taken out, and Matt Sydal tries to knock Conley out with the belt, but Moose shows up. Even though he's got a concussion, he delivers a wicked spear to Matt Sydal, and Caleb Conley hits the cradle shock on Sydal and wins the match.
Wow.
Beautiful. I gave this at least, I said 4 stars, but if the ladder match got 4.25, this one's got to be at least 4.5.
Yeah. I would give it like maybe 4.7, 4.8. Wow, I'm satisfied. I'm good to go. Wow, I'm impressed.
The thing was that when it comes to rating this as a whole, I must say that the first matches, up until like the ladder match, I think there was really only Eddie Edwards versus Chris Payne was good, but I mean you couldn't do much about that because it seemed like it was just supposed to be a display for Eddie Edwards beating the shit out of Chris Payne. The ladder match was great. The Horsemen versus Heavenly Bodies was good. But the Matt Sydal versus Caleb Conley was awesome. The rest of it was really nothing to write home about.
No, it's true. That is true.
So
most of them were a bit, like in the beginning, like you say, they were a bit,
So, I mean, if you were to ask me to rate this show, give it a grade, I think this would get maybe like a D+, a C- at most, as a whole.
Oh shit! That is, but I mean, it's true though, because in the beginning it was pretty much crap, but then towards the end it got really, really good. I would give it most probably like a C. I mean, I give it a C because, like, in the end, it was really good. They really showed what they could go for. But at the same time, I can't really go higher because, like you say, in the beginning, it was really bad. So, true that. Wow.
True. So, Nick, who would you like to see in Impact?
I mean, most probably was it Austin? What was his name?
Axton Ray. I
really like that guy. He really showed. But at the same time, that tag team Horsemen, those are really cool as well. So I can't really decide. What would you say?
Well, for me, actually, I was going to pick 2 guys from the ladder match. I would like to see Yaya and Cam Carter.
Yaya.
Well, I mean, look. I mean, he was a bigger dude, but he could move. Imagine him fighting Cage or Congo Kong, for instance. We need more bigger guys, because if you look at the entire Impact roster, now imagine the Impact roster in front of you. Are you thinking about it?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all kind of. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with it, but they're smaller guys, right? Most of them are smaller guys, at least to their look. I mean, when you have, because Johnny Impact is a big guy. He's a tall guy. He's a big guy, and he's muscular. And so is Eli Drake, and all of those guys they're tall guys. But I mean, they're still small compared to like Congo Kong or Brian Cage. So you need somebody that at least looks to be the mass of one of those guys.
Okay. But who are you gonna have? Who are you gonna find? Who are you gonna take?
Yeah.
Oh, because you think.
I just feel like there needs to be more big guys.
Oh yeah, because you could put Yaya in there.
And
good,
and without like Abyss, because Abyss is basically retired. What are you gonna do?
Wow. Yeah, well, it's true. Like you say, yeah. But then I have to maybe change that. I have to change the Yaya because that's the only option, really. God.
Anyway, plus it'd just be fun to hear them say Yaya all the time.
Yaya.
Well, right. Nick, it's been a treat. It's been fun. We've been talking about Confrontation, still available on Twitch. You can follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and you can listen to us on Soundcloud, on YouTube, on Spreaker, on Stitcher, on anywhere you can get your podcasts. This is obviously a production of the sltdwrestling.com. Also, don't forget to listen to World of Sports Review coming out once a week, hosted by our good friend Dim Van Dam. An English teacher, actually, who lives in Russia and is a former wrestler.
Yeah, English teacher. Wow.
Yeah.
Coincidence? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
All right.
Yes. Well, Nick, it's been a treat. We will talk next week.
Yeah.
Until then, what do we say, Nick?
Yeah, what do we say? Yaya?
Yaya. Yaya.
Yaya.